Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he and he is me. As I always say when we join, another one in the books. Another one in the books. You know, I know a lot of people is just getting their lives together. You know. Getting ready for the next day, getting ready for tomorrow, getting ready to relax and retire. And as we always do, we come together to talk about interesting things. Things that I have to pull out of thin air to talk about. Because you know I ain't produced this show yet. I'm just throwing this shit together. Yeah. If you like the show, hey, follow me on YouTube. Smash the like, fuck the bell, subscribe. And also double tap me on Instagram. Facebook, you know the deal. We're not friends, man, follow. Yeah. This is the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he and he is me. And a little hokey energy. If you wondered what the topic of the show tonight was or is, here it is. Boom. Seems it's the thing. It's always been a thing. This is the topic of the show tonight. Let it fly for a second, man, while I cue some things up. Bring some things in and out. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? We ready? We ready to get at it now. Ready to get at it. Hang on. Let's go. We here. And we about to chop this puppy up. You know, a lot of people, man, go through life and their relationships and you know, we don't ask the hard questions or we don't ask the proper questions. And a lot of us don't feel confident about the choices that we've made. A lot of us feel that we've made choices thinking that we would be right in the choices that we made. But because we made those choices, and a lot of times the folks that are around us, we tend to build our choice on our life character and so on and so forth. So, you know, I asked the question, man. Cheated or cheated with? Is it the new norm? And better yet, here's the switch. Which is better? Is it better to be cheated on, or is it better to be the cheater? Now, a lot of the reading and stuff that I've been doing. I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about their relationships, and a lot of these relationships are about as healthy as the Ebola virus. Cold, distant, and loveless, and flesh-eating. I read stories about the heartbreak and the loneliness and the lying and cheating and the pain. Yeah, always the pain. You know, you can't it's inevitable. And it seems like all of these conversations end or ended with some form of the same question. Why? Why does he or she do this to me? Or why did he or she did this to me? Or why did he or she not care about me or care anymore? You know, Tolstoy said that all happy relationships are the same, but each unhappy relationship is unique in its own way. I suppose that's true. But I do think the question of fidelity, of why some people choose to remain faithful and others do not, is fairly straightforward, and it's easily answered. It turns out that infidelity is actually not uncommon in both men and women. In fact, surveys estimate that almost 1/4 of all marriages experience some form of infidelity. Okay, at some point in time, and that's just counting the people who answered honestly, on these polls and found out about it, or found out about it. It's also it's very hard for most people to be logical about infidelity. They start raging all over the place and throwing people's shit out in the lawn, or they get so sad and hurt they can't look at the situation reasonably and see all of the warning signs stretching out miles behind them after the shit happens. So I want to break it down logically, kind of show you an algorithm or talk about an algorithm, because shit, I know they exist. They're not romantic, but they're there, goddammit. So here's the thing. All right. The first aspect that you think about a cheating algorithm. Why? Or what is the motivation? The initial motivation behind any thing like that would be, first, self-gratification. When one's need for self-gratification outweighs their need for intimacy, cheating is likely to occur. I'm gonna break it down. As human, we all have the natural desire for self-gratification. We want to feel good. It's good food, good sex, little work, lots of sleep, porn, video games, toys, clothes, bags, all of that good shit, traveling, all of that shit that we feed our flesh. As humans, we also have the desire for intimacy, or into me I see, and to feel loved by somebody else, to feel that we're sharing our lives with someone. And the fucked up part about it, unfortunately, these two are often contradictory. To achieve that intimacy and love, you have to sacrifice your own shit. You got to sacrifice your self-gratification a whole lot. And to achieve the self-gratification you often have, you have to sacrifice some of the love and intimacy. That can be as simple as watching a movie you don't really want to like, or really like, or want to watch, or attend a play, or some small sacrifice to something great. Whether it may be some shit that you don't like to do sexually that the individual that you like to do sexually. Lights on, lights off, in, out, on top, bottom, food you eat. But can be also as deep and complex, like being open about your fears and insecurities to your partner, or making conscious commitment to be monogamous with that person for an infinite amount of time. Okay? Now, if a person values self-gratification more than the intimacy they gain from a relationship, then they will, trust me, they will stop sacrificing for the relationship and are likely to end up cheating on your ass. If a person values the intimacy they gain from a relationship, i.e. the connection that you have with one and the person that you are with, and you're willing to talk and work through problems that you have, because you're not going to always see eye to eye, but you're fighting toward and not pulling away or fighting to get away. They'll willingly sacrifice the self gratification to remain faithful. Think of it like a scale, man. On one side you have self gratification, and on the other side you have intimacy. If any point the self gratification side outweighs the intimacy side, motherfucker, you in trouble. You're in trouble. So you have to ask yourself, man, is the person gelling with you? Are they willing to talk to you? Are they willing to work through any issues that you guys may have? What are they really willing to sacrifice? You know, are they browbeating you over a fucking job? Because trust me, you know, the concept of living is you work so that you can live, not live to work. And, you know, honestly, I'm one of those kind of guys. I don't want to talk about fucking work. If you came home from work, leave that work shit at work. We here trying to enjoy each other and get into a mode where we can do our thing. Listen, I'm going to talk about two big reasons people cheat. And there's a lot, but I'm going to talk about these. There are two ways, man, it can happen. The first way is the person is just shallow and selfish and needs to be gratified constantly. Selfish motherfuckers. The second reason is that the relationship is failing to provide the sufficient intimacy and desire. Let's unpack this shit. Let's talk about it. Okay? Reason one, the individuals that you are with, they have an oversized need for self-gratification. You know, the way I see it, the definition of maturity is the ability to defer, to deny yourself self-gratification in favor of one more important long-term goal, i.e. your intimate relationship with someone else. We all getting old. I don't know many people that want to die alone. All right? Shit. Think about it, man. You don't masturbate at work because that'll get your punk ass fired. You don't eat chocolate cake for breakfast every morning because you know, give yourself a heart attack by the time you 30 or 40. You don't mainline heroin straight into your eyeballs before picking up your kids from school because shit, well, Jesus. Do I really got to explain that one? Think about it. Sure, these things, man, they feel nice. All of the things that you feed your flesh, but you have larger and more important concerns, and you're able to defer your own gratification to meet those concerns, but it comes down to a choice. This is called maturity. It's called being an adult. It's called not being a fuck up. All right? If you're just joining the show, man, the topic tonight is cheated on or cheated with is the new norm. Is it the new norm? And debate, that was debate. The switch is it better to be cheated on or to be cheated with? Think about it, man. Listen to this. You know, I feel like this. Cheating falls under the same umbrella here, right? Sure, it may feel good to rub your genitals all over that beautiful stranger's face, but a mature person is capable of stepping back and deferring from that gratification in favor of a more important life commitment, i.e. the individual that's at home washing your stinking nasty ass clothes or cooking you a plate of food or pumping your fucking gas on Sunday night or willing to walk you to your destination and make sure you're genuinely all right. Or helping you in a financial bind because that's what they're willing to sacrifice for you and sacrificing their self-gratifications and the things that they want to do. Okay? Now, here we go. We can talk about the, no, I don't want to be seen. I want y'all to see this placard right here. We're going to talk about self-gratification, or self-gratifying cheaters. Those that are selfish. Okay? Self-gratifying cheaters come in two flavors. Miserable, overcompensating motherfuckers. These are the ones who are constantly seeking power or power over people because they feel some kind of way about themselves. They're lacking. The miserable overcompensators constantly focus on their own gratification because they feel so miserable about themselves. They need to make themselves feel good to cover all that shit up all the time. Chances are, if you're cheating deadbeat of a ex-boyfriend or girlfriend is a miserable overcompensator, cheating isn't the only destructive self-gratifying behavior they got. A lot of times they're drinking and drugging, heavy drinker, social climber, all that bullshit. Well, just throwing every aspect of self-dignity and self-respect to the curb. Yeah. I think that we've all met this person or have seen these people before in passing, right? Then we talk about the second aspect of this thing which is the lack of real intimacy. It's not rocket science to say that the likelihood of infidelity in a relationship is directly proportional to how miserable the relationship is. Okay? The problem is that many people don't recognize the misery in their own relationships. They come from a full, fucked up, dysfunctional family of miserable relationship having fuck ups. I covered it on the show before where, I talked about dads and moms being there, but they're not there. The lights on, but nobody's fucking home. This is just that. And the children are being bred up into this thing or this situation, watching it to say that, okay, this is the norm, along with the other abuses and atrocities that are committed amongst those children that become adults that carry that shit out into the world and spew that shit onto you in the midst of their self-gratifying nature because they feel fucked up about themselves. These are the individuals that need a total spiritual cleansing, mental health, therapy to address the hurts and the pains that they've dealt with. But hey, then they move around, and a lot of them, without any true guidance. And this is the flip side of that shit. Just think about it. You're a guy and you got somebody like that, and then boom, you're not recognizing the lack of intimacy, and then shoot, you get surprised when wifey is fucking the mailman, and everything was good, but what happened? No, it wasn't good, homie. It was never good. Yeah. Look, there are two relationship patterns that usually end up with somebody cheating. Both involve poor boundaries, and both create an illusion that everything is great when really it's a festering pile of shit with two big red hearts painted on it. The first solution is when one partner feels as if they do everything for the other partner. They take care of them. They give them everything they want, and in some cases support them. The person feels like a goddamn saint. And then what happens? They get cheated on. The reason this is actually it's actually a toxic situation. Is that when you do everything for your partner, when you take care of your partner and all of their problems and show them that no matter what happens, you'll always make it better for them. You show them that there are essentially no repercussions for their actions, rewarding that bad behavior. Can't do that. Think about it. Motherfucker, like I said, retrospectively, go back. You can't masturbate on the job, but you think about it. This motherfucker lose his job because they were masturbating in the office, and again, you decide to support them. That's a choice. And it should be commensurate to their fucking actions. They shouldn't have. Should do without. Motherfucker, you chose to do that. Then they spend the next 6 months loafing around on the couch while you tirelessly send out their resume for them. What makes you think they're going to change? What makes you think they'll ever stop? What makes you think they'll ever question their behavior? Think about it. If you had a dog continuously, just pissed in the house, pissed everywhere every time you just clean up the rug because shit. Oh my God, I love her. I love the dog. I love the cat. I love the whatever it is. Why would the dog ever stop pissing in the house? That's what happens when these people are cheating on you. You exactly give them what they need to continue to do it. You're an enabler. You're actually surprised at times, even with yourself, that you've been tolerating and enabling the bullshit that led to them cheating all along. No, it's not your fault, but you sure as shit weren't helping the matter. You weren't. You were right there with it. You were with the shits. Believe it or not, a healthy and loving relationship requires that people, say no to one another on occasion. Fuck no, hell no, no, nigga, no, shit, I ain't no, fuck no, I'm not doing that, no, and no. Gotta be willing to do that. It requires that individual to stand up for themselves and their needs, because only then can two people as self-respecting individuals discuss what will work and what won't work for them in the relationship. Now, good relationships can fail. Think about it now. One day everything's lovey-dovey and easy breezy. The next thing, shit, fiery as hell. A fiery dumpster, and everything gone wrong. The bottom then fell out the damn thing, Now, the other situation where cheating always ends up happening is when one partner is insanely possessive or jealous. God damn it. There's those times where you're going to crush in and you want to check a motherfucker. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you should do progress checks on your partner to be sure they haven't checked out on your ass. There's nothing wrong with that. Every now and again, you should do a required pull-up, an unannounced pull-up, a no-knock warrant kind of thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Let me say this, man. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this. Let me ask you this: if you were dating somebody who regularly looked through your phone without permission, demanded to know where you are at all times, got rip shit pissed off every time you went out with your friends without him or her, and screamed at you until blood vessels popped in their face, if you go a single day without calling or texting, why wouldn't you cheat? I mean, this person is essentially treating you like you've already cheated. You know what? I've been guilty of that, and I'm sure all of us have at some point in time because of the things that have transpired and we've seen and we've been exposed to in life. Some of it, not all of it, the question kind of thing, the thoughts, yeah. But that's just me from a different scope, being out there, and I'm gonna get into that, but I just want to address certain things, man, and be transparent. And you think about it, right? If a person already put you in that mindset, you kind of feel like you might as well fucking do it. Some might say, hey, you get yelled at every day, and you talk down to, or your woman's on your neck, or your husband's on your neck, and not telling you things you need to hear, but it's constantly something. Even a dog get tired and will sometimes fall prone to the shade. And when I say that, the shade, it means the reprieve of something nice, of someone else's kind words. Even if it's just a seed, it may take some time for it to happen, but it does happen. Yeah. We all have to learn to accept some discomfort in our relationship, because to do so, man, I tell you, this is just my opinion, it can garner a level of respect or another level of respect from your partner. Now, don't be no fool, but at the same time, sometimes you have to bite that lip. You have to sit on your hands and just chill the fuck out. Back up. True sexy confidence comes from, not fighting for self-gratification, but rather being comfortable with the deferring gratification. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say you have to try and prevent it, but I don't know, man. I mean, how to prevent your ass from getting cheated on, shit. There's some simple steps you can take from getting cheated on. No. Shit ain't necessarily easy to do. Okay? You got to find out who's willing to defer from their self-gratification. If they're not willing to make sacrifices for you in the relationship, i.e. you and them together, then you have problems. You have already embarked on a trip or a journey that's going to have you grimacing like somebody has taken a bat to your knees at some point in time. All right? Now, here's the flip side to that. If you got someone who is into self-gratifying, it could be great as long as you continue to gratify them. But you need to learn to look past that feel-good shit and look at how the person's actually living their motherfucking life. Are they capable of making sacrifices for those around them? Are they impulsive? Does their life appear to be filled with unnecessary drama? Do they take responsibility for their actions? And a lot of motherfuckers are not accountable. They're not self-accountable. They don't give a shit. If it don't feel good to them, if it's not saying what they want to say, or you're not saying or doing what they want you to do, then you some shit. You're only as good as your last gig, motherfucker. And that's always that question. What have you done for me lately? And if they're not willing to take responsibility for their actions, you're in trouble. You got to back up. You got to figure it out. The problem with people who base their lives around their own gratification is that they often appear confident to people who are anxious or insecure. Okay? I remember when I met, a couple of people, man, who were on that kind of shit. And what was cool about it was they went out and did some of the shit that they wanted to do. It was confident, and they displayed that confidence. But what was found out later, shit, they was just on themselves. That self-gratification shit. They didn't care about nothing else. And shit, as soon as the motherfucker wanted to do something else, they did it. Shit. All I'm saying is, people, you got to be mindful. You have to recognize those differences in folks. Okay? To navigate it. Just trust me, people will go out here and put other genitals in their face and come home to you and snuggle up like shit ain't never happened. This is that day and age. Cheated on or cheated with is the new norm. Which would you rather be? Cheated on or cheated with? You know what? I'm going to pause for the cause because I want to share something with y'all because this is the state of the nation right now. Think about it.
Talking about a side hoe, these side dudes need to understand the rules too. I can only meet you during my lunch hour at work. Rent is due on the 12th because I get a late fee on the 15th. Hair and nail money for the month needs to be sent via Zelle. Now break it up into 2 payments because if you send me over $600, the IRS is clocking and I file my taxes jointly. Do not call me after 6 p.m. because I have gotten off the train and I'm now in the car with my main dude and I cannot talk to you. It ain't going to be no holidays, no birthdays, no IG posts. And on Valentine's Day, send my gift to Charmaine's house. Okay? I will be deleting your text as soon as you send them. So don't wait for no reply because I have to call you in the morning after I kiss my dude goodbye. Do not DM me because I will block your ass. And listen, your name is saved in my phone under Diane. So if a dude ever answer, you better get to pinching that nose and hitting that falsetto.
Is that really what we doing? Is that really what we into? You can see me now, goddammit. Yeah. Look. The status of the world we live in, man, is crazy. It is really crazy. People thought they had it good and, there were certain rules to abide by. And, you have to ask yourself what people really are about. You know what I mean? And it's like you think about it, right? You think about as I stated before, the individuals that are full of self gratification. That's what they're looking for, right? So you say, well, I'm with the shit. Let's make it happen. But you get too far out in the ocean and, the individual that you're with is not with the agreement anymore. You may have a home. Mr. Eddie want to be seen now. He's not going to be your sugar daddy no more. He's not going to pay your bills. He's not going to let you roll around and go to the concerts without him. He need to hobble up in that joint with him on his walker. And yeah, they know we together, come on and let me be seen with you. This is the world we in. Think about it. Listen. Just like this one.
Me notice that the days of the obedient side bitch are gone. I mean, fellas, have you noticed that the era where you could just give them a handbag, a couple $, and if they was a quiet side bitch, you might even pay their rent? Those days are gone. These bitches is talking. I mean, these side bitches is catching main bitch feelings. I don't understand it. They don't realize that fuck withable does not mean wifeable. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that you only fucking with them because your main bitch is mad. It's like, bitch, pay respect to the ones that came before you and shut the fuck up. It's like they paved the way for you and y'all bitches is making it gravel. I respect the old pro hoes because Kenny used to have several side bitches and I didn't find out about none of them until after we was divorced, but they was true to the side bitch game. Y'all got to understand your place. It's like you're not in a relationship, you're in a fucksationship. Oh my God. It's like, fellas, if you get with a side bitch now, you dumb as fuck because these bitches is talking, they calling and they posting. It's unacceptable.
Okay, they showed me the post Tammy just did about the side shit. Besides the motherfucking fight, I love Tammy. I'm telling you right now, she hit that motherfucker that right on the head, boy. Fellas, if you don't listen to shit else I tell you, get in a motherfucking relationship and sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. That's all I'm motherfucking tell you. Cause the side chick, they ain't motherfucking playing foul. All they doing is building the motherfucking cake. That's all they doing. And soon as you piss them off and make them mad, you get motherfucking indicted. That's just what's going on. All them text messages and shit you been sending. Wait, close the criminal and wipe a motherfucker out.
Oh man. Facts, man. Facts. Recognize who you got, man. Listen. If you got if you got a self-gratifying individual, man, you got to be on some Cyndi Lauper shit. You got to just want to have fun because after a while, the bottom's going to fall out. You got an individual that can't control their flesh. If I get cheated on, I will simply walk away and upgrade myself even more. That's the best revenge. I guess I became all cold but that's the best part about being independent. You don't need them. Well, we all need someone, grasshopper. Now, unless you want to be one of these old motherfuckers laid up in a bed in a convalescent home by yourself, and nobody comes visit you and talking to birds and shit. Yeah. You got some trifling motherfuckers out here, man. I'm really just talking about the fact that when we dealing with each other, man, we have to recognize who we are. And on a different note, ladies, this is very important to you as well as the guys, but ladies, you see the guy, he's independent, he's strong, he's got the total package and all of that kind of stuff, and you say that you want to be down with him, you want to be with him, you want the trip, you watching the influences, they in Paris, they in here, they all these places, in the Maldives, they doing all this good shit, this fly shit, but you're in the mode of self-gratifying yourself. But shit, you don't even get the facts that may come with that. Here's the instructions to the fucking to the dream. Think about this.
Y'all be want a nigga that's rich and a freak and got a great personality, but it's low key, don't talk to nobody, but is a people person, but it's like y'all want all this shit. And girl, if you actually had to entertain that nigga nonstop by yourself, bitch, you be a circus monkey. The way you would have to suck dick on Tuesday, swing from the ceiling fan on Thursday, be a fucking stripper on Friday, because the nigga like pole dancing on the weekends. Like, the way you'd have to cook on Sunday, turn around on Monday, and like y'all don't even know the half. And y'all be so quick to want a nigga to just lock in on you. Do you even have enough going on for you to be a person everything?
Question is, do you? A lot of people say they do. But that shit remains to be seen. Think about it now. I'm just putting a little paint where it ain't. Just putting a little paint where it ain't, man. You know, all I'm saying is that this is not the understanding that you get. And if you're just joining the show tonight, man, we're talking about cheated on or cheated with is the new norm. But the bigger question is, would you rather be cheated with or cheated on? Okay. Now, as I was talking about and earlier was, you know, the true sexy confident, that confidence only exists when someone is comfortable. You know what I mean? When they are comfortable with what they don't have. True confidence comes from being able to defer and give up one's own gratification and desires to take the appropriate actions, you know, when necessary. The other issue with people, you know, that date self-gratifiers, motherfuckers, the selfish motherfuckers, is that they think to themselves, well, he's so loving and happy, or she's so loving and happy with me, why would he ever want to be with someone else? Okay. I mean, you know, I was born last night, goddammit. Or I wasn't, excuse me, I wasn't even born at night, goddammit, but I wasn't born last night. You feel me? Nobody needs to be a cheater, but motherfuckers are cheaters based on their makeup and what they want. That's self-gratification. Somebody say, well, I want variety. No, variety ain't got shit to do with nothing. Motherfuckers are treacherous. Like, yeah, you said it. Treacherous. The other issue with people who are interested or dating self-gratifiers, or is it, you know, thinking to yourself, man, it's like, damn, you got what you needed. There's you know what? Let me put it this way. The self-gratification person is dating not so much for the intimacy, okay? It's for the surface feeling that they get from you, the attention, the now, and when you stop getting that shit, or they stop getting that dose from you, they're going to seek that dose from somewhere else, okay? Don't be nobody's fool, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. Now, the person, they may love being with you as long as it's on their terms, i.e. you gonna fall in line and play their program. If not, then you got an issue. We got problems. As soon as you quit providing that gratification to him or her, shit, you better believe they're gonna go out and find somebody else that's gonna feed the need for their speed. Okay? So let me help y'all tonight, man, because you motherfuckers need it. We all need it. You have to enforce some things, man. That means standing up for yourself. That means declaring what is and is not acceptable in the relationship of both of you as partners. If you're representing something, then be the best representative of it. Both parties need to be on the front line doing that. Don't have somebody out here looking like no motherfucking fool. Excuse me. Like a lot of you guys do. Trust me. Sitting there with the fucking hairdresser. The hairdresser then just did the bitch that your man fucking with, and or i.e. you're sitting in the barber chair and the barber then just finished cutting the dude, shaping the dude up, that the chick that you messing with, and you know, shit like that. Oh, it happens. You better know it happens, and it's real. Okay? Making declarations sticking up for them. That means doing pretty much everything I just talked about tonight. That means recognize that you are not responsible for your partner's happiness, nor are they responsible for yours. You got to get your shit together. Both of you have to get your shit together. You got to be willing to want to do things that's going to better you guys. If it's working out, if it's changing your diet, if it's stopping drinking, if it's stopping, smoking, if it's working on trying to get a handle on mental abuses that you've incurred or physical abuses that you've incurred throughout your younger life, that's going to help you relax and get to a point where you can accept someone really being good or treating you the way you should be treated in an intimate relationship. That's what needs to happen. But these are the conversations that people should have. It's not a me in a motherfucking relationship. There's no I in team. Okay? There is that big level of responsibility that, on the flip side, although you're not responsible for the happiness, but you're responsible for the care of. If somebody's dealing with you, they've given you their heart, their time, a big part or a big chunk of their mental state, meaning that they've locked into you and your bullshit. And if you are on some selfish shit where you merely trying to medicate and get to the next day, damn, that's some shit. What kind of individual are you? You wanted your potential statistic. That's what I'll say about you. Potential statistic. Yeah. Somebody gonna come see about you. It's gonna be too bad, too sad. That's one of those instances where bad news will beat you home. Don't be out here fucking with people's emotions, man. This is not that kind of time. All right. When I say this, is like this. You can be of help, but you're not responsible for anyone else's struggles, just as you are responsible for your struggles. So handle your business, man. Get up, touch it every day. It's not going to just fall out of the sky. Motherfucking, the solution's not going to come just knock on your fucking door. You got to work for that shit. The point of a relationship is not to have all your life's problems fixed by your partner, nor is it for you to fix all your partner's life's problems. But, you get to a point where you can be supportive and encouraging to one another. The point of a relationship is to have two individuals unconditionally support each other as they deal with their own bullshit. You're not going to always be happy. You can have 20 or 30 years together, but you're not going to always be happy with one another. Those are the times where you should be honing on being a better individual for yourself, as well as for the individual you're dealing with better conflict resolution, dealing with the patience that you should be having or dealing with, meaning if the person is consistent with showing up and doing the things that they need to do, or they're in their lane and you can actually see their work and you can check their works, then goddamn, you have something worth working to. Now, here's the thing that most people who are in love don't want to deal with. And I have to say this: always be willing to leave. Let me say it again. Always be willing to leave. I was taught that an individual who doesn't care about the relation or cares about the relationship or friendship the least has the most power. Okay? That means that if you got a motherfucker that's not willing to work, or they want to give you their ass to kiss, you can't keep dialing the phone, baby. You can't keep dialing the phone. You have to be willing to have a meeting of the minds and set things in motion and be accountable. If all parties are not accountable, meaning they want to hoop, holler, and cuss and fuss, hey, man, they're self-gratifying. They're self-gratifying. They're not willing to sacrifice shit for you. So you have to get yourself in the mindset where you are building a life for yourself, moving on and making a space for someone who's willing to be intimate with you and not seeking self-gratification. All right? Now, a relationship is only as strong as each person's willingness to leave. That means, motherfucker, I'm not taking your shit, and vice versa. And you got to get your shit in order, and you got to be willing to deny yourself of the shit that you are accustomed to doing when you were by yourself. Because, motherfucker, you're not by yourself now. Okay? Now, note that I didn't say desire, say I desire to leave, but the willingness to leave must be there. A healthy relationship requires it to be there. Be loving, but stern. Otherwise, nothing will ever change because there's no reason for it to change. A wise friend of mine told me years ago, after 2 divorces, in fact, 3 divorces, the most important lesson the motherfucker learned was that the quickest way to kill a relationship is to take each other for granted. So we got to stop doing that shit. Got to be willing to step up, lock in, and say, God damn it, this is it. The line is drawn in the sand, and everything beyond this line, I'm building. We building. You can still get your gratification in the midst of your relations because you have someone that's willing to supply. But most folks are willing to take motherfuckers for granted, because they're looking for the immediate microwave now thing. They don't want to. They look at the results of others or bullshit results of others. But trust me, if you check these motherfuckers, their slips are showing, and they want it now. They're not willing to work for it. A relationship is not an obligation, people. It's a choice. It's made every day. I've said it on my show all the time. Now, I've been playing. I'm talking about some pimping, but I'm going to be straight with you. You may not like what I'm about to say, but I want a bitch to get up and choose me every motherfucking day. Me. Like I choose her. And willing to make that change, that sacrifice. And that's what we do. We may fight like cats and dogs about shit, but at the end of the day, it's me and that person. Because that's what it is. And that's as far as self-gratification goes. The choice is the practical, but the discipline is the action. How many motherfuckers is going to walk like they talk? That's a whole nother ball game. The everyday choice, it's a choice that says intimacy. The intimacy we share is better for me than my own set of self-gratification. Listen, I'm going to come on the screen and say this, man. Listen. And I need y'all to get in the rim with me. God damn it. I'm flexible, but I ain't that goddamn flexible. If you get my meaning. I can't suck my own dick. Let that marinate. That go both ways. Now, I got to be me everywhere I go. I'm sorry, y'all. We adults. We family. We supposed to have that conversation. We talking. It's a choice to recognize that short-term costs, with long-term benefits. Fuck that shit. I can deny myself to be with somebody that do it for me. You feel me? I only need the one I got that does it for me. That's it. I'm crazy to the motherfucker. Go kill everybody on the goddamn in town behind that one, and boom. Yeah. Listen, it's a choice to appreciate what brought you together in the first fucking place. You could have been in a room of thousands, and it was just a glimpse. And then it let you bask in a moment that kept you there in that moment, and you were willing to build on it. Ditch the toxic relationship cycle. Relationships can be, they can be complicated and difficult if we allow them to be. But let me just say this, man. Few of us are pretty clear, to the signals that can fuck with our relationships, that will give us the bearings that will let us know whether it's really going to work or not. Got to be better. Look, I came in love and peace tonight, y'all, man. And, I just wanted to put a little paint where it ain't, as I always do. I hope y'all got something from it. I dropped the little jewels, man. It's just on my heart as I'm seeing it, man. And along with the scientific bullshit that they putting out about, okay, there's so many more women than men and the 10-to-1 ratio and all this bullshit, and you don't even have to. That's bullshit. I don't give a fuck if it's 500-to-1. That one man's gonna have to show up for some goddamn body and deny himself or something to get to a point where he can really get to the point where he can trust someone for his care. That is the key. As we grow older, we're going to have to trust somebody for their care. I'm trying to tell you, anyone who's had relatives, mommy, daddy, grandmama, granddaddy, as they get older, man, they were fragile. If they lived to see a ripe old age, they got fragile, and they needed that extra care. I witnessed family members, my Uncle Bill, my Aunt Etta, they were together, man, forever. And you didn't see one without the other. My uncle was one of the he was one of the first real bona fide black millionaires to buy anything on the Gold Coast in DC, and to this day his house is still, if not the biggest, one of the biggest up there. And the story that was told to me, God rest both of them before they passed away, was that my Aunt Etta, she had a beauty salon, and she was making her ends meet. You're talking about, this was in the 60s. And my Uncle Bill saw her, I guess, and said, hey, boom, you mind, woman? And she said, no, you need to come and sit and talk to me. And he came into the salon, and she sat down and pulled out her numbers. This is what it is. I like you. I like spending time with you, but this is the assignment. This is what I make. This is what I need. This is my life. And either you're going to be able to add to this or give me the security that I can walk away from it. She said, my Uncle Bill, and he said it, he confirmed, walked out of there. This is before he had created his trucking company. Walked out of there, man, and disappeared for about 6 or 7 months. Went, got his shit together, and came back in there and said, hey, woman, it's time to shut this shop up. And that's what she did. And they were together for 56 years until they departed this earth. And I'm saying it to say this, that even in relationships that the things may line up or the stars may align, trust me, they had their issues, they had their problems, but at the same time, the love was ever present, and it was witnessed when the separation happened. When my Uncle Bill was called home, my aunt, she was gone. Not even a year later, she died of a broken heart. Her Bill was gone, and that was a wrap. She was ready to go, be with her Bill. You can have it all, people. It's about having the self-worth and denying your flesh, because the flesh leads you a whole lot of places, man, that you're going to reap the whirlwind, man, if you keep fucking around out here and buying into the bullshit that's being perpetuated to you. Find you a motherfucking man or a woman that you can lock into and build some shit with. Get off the issues and the thoughts that somebody's out to get you when you ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Who can take something from you? You don't have nothing. Majority of these motherfuckers ain't. You living, you paychecking it to paychecking it out, this motherfucker. Yeah. Get to a point where you can really start to invest something. And I'm not just talking about the monetary means. I'm talking about somebody who's going to potentially, because every day you leave out of your house, listen to me. Can I come in closer? Can I come in closer to y'all guys? Let me know, man. Let me see a thumbs. Can I come in closer? I just want to be sure y'all can hear me, because I need to come up closer. Can I come closer? Okay. Here we go. Every day you get up and you're blessed to see another day, you do one of the most dangerous things, or you do a couple dangerous things, like Evel Knievel. Okay. You get out, you go turn the key in your car, right? A lot of things could happen. You could slip on your front porch and break your motherfucking neck. But a glorious thing is to be able to establish a relationship that's unconditional or as unconditional and non-transactional as possible. Because you never know, there may be a day when you may have to have someone wipe your face or your ass because you can't do it for yourself. And all the things that you deal and you do in your life will be perpetuated in your older years if you are blessed to see them. So the question is it better to be cheated on or be cheated with? I say neither. Because people that are not broken, they don't do broke shit. And that's broke shit. Because usually you're cheating on or cheating with a motherfucker to supply something that you already have. Thus, I always say it. Why are you selling yourself out for something that you already own? If you have your sound mind, your body, and your ability to move and control your faculties, you can change your circumstances if you so desire. The lack of discipline is yours. It is your fault if you're not being accountable for your shit. You don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to fuck 55 motherfuckers a year. Get comfortable with being with yourself. I'm going to say something that's been in my mind for a long time. I think that everybody on the face of this earth at some point in time should be locked away for at least 6 months in solitary to deal with themselves. Get with your demons, defeat those demons, or let those demons engulf you and take you the fuck on out the way, because a lot of you are in the way. It is a sad thing and a sad affair that we are consistently doing this thing. And we're not seeing a lot of the things that are not being reported, because I'm going to tell you something. Every day somebody's getting their fucking head blown off behind that kind of sucker shit. Because it doesn't have to happen. It's like a lie. You don't have to tell it. Don't say shit. Or just be honest. If you're a self-gratifier, talk about that shit. Let that be your mother. You know, he got this love language test. Fuck that shit. That doesn't mean anything. Talk about whether or not I'm looking for self-gratification. I need to do things to make me feel good about me constantly. Let that's the conversation you need to have. Fuck where you went to school. I don't care about your schooling. I don't care about your money. I don't care about none of that bullshit. What kind of individual am I fucking dealing with when I go in this? Because do I got to be a circus monkey? Do I got to do all the bullshit? Do I got to run up and down the stairs? Do I got to do this? Do I got to deal with motherfucking waking up out of their sleep, screaming and hollering, hooping and hollering because some motherfucking did some shit to them years ago? You know, all of that. These are the conversations that need to be had. That kind of shit, the mental and emotional aspects that can very well cause issues in a relationship. Okay? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. When we deal with one another, the question is, have you really vetted the individual in front of you? Were you one of those individuals who just stumbled into a relationship because, hell, you liked the individual for so long and you courted the thought of being with them, or the idea and not so much the responsibility, because you didn't know the assignment. You didn't get the responsibility because it was never expressed to you that I'm a medicated motherfucker. I need my drink. I need my weed. I need my sex. I need my heroin. I need my money. I need whatever the fuck it is that is adjacent to you being a normal everyday person that's stripped down from everything can be happy. Happy. Just happy with you and your shit. Save a life. Save your own life. Stop fucking around with people. Be honest enough to tell an individual that, hey, I'm into intimacy or I'm into self-gratification. So if you didn't draw anything from that tonight, man, we stand back to loving yourself. Love on yourself, because people need to see you loving yourself so they can know how to love you. And that's an aspect that needs to be discussed. Are you into self-gratification or are you into intimacy? Yeah. If you're not, man, then be honest about that shit, man. If you like this show tonight, man, listen, share it. You know, when we get off of here or while we on here, even now, go to the right part of your screen down there, hit that share arrow. Any and every group that you're in that is relevant to what we talk about, share it, man. I'm building this platform. The marketing is on. I'm sure you've seen a lot of ads run from me, and there are going to be more. So please, man, listen. If it shows up in your box or somewhere, look. No, it ain't me. I'm not even posting anymore. I'm not even in charge of it. The content that I'm creating is going right out. So just know it's coming. And, you know, share it, man. And I thank you for your support. Shit, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight. I'll also say this. Never have so few owed so much to so many. I truly appreciate you, man. I really do. And all you'll get you some understanding, man. Love on yourself. Let people see you loving yourself. And if you like the show, once again, man, follow me on YouTube. Smash the subscribe. Kick the like. Pluck the bell. You know, all of that. Hey, I'm on Instagram. Double tap me. Come on, give me a high five, man. Oh, Facebook, man. If you're not my friend already, follow me. Follow me. Follow the show. And yeah, I'll send you an invite to become a member of the Wet Spot. My With Exceptional Taste, folks. We over there. We kicking it. Yeah, we kicking it. Look, this is this is our platform, not mine. I'm merely here working it. I'm merely here working it, man, and it's only getting better. This is we're embarking into our second year. Okay. I'm gonna take it to the next level, man. You know, I hope y'all are here to enjoy me, man. And I need some moderators. Please let me know who wants to join in, man. I need somebody watching my six, because trust me, in this world of pleasing, we can't please everybody. And I know trolls are coming. The trolls are coming. I see them. They pop up here, man, and I shut them down. But you know, I'm not gonna get into airing folks out. I need some folks like the Beehive to get with me, man, and start checking folks, man. And if my message is off, I also need that constructive criticism from you guys as well. But like I said, man, listen, love yourself, man. If no one else loves you, just know that I do. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.